A lot of us, what we prayed for 10, 15 years ago, it's done. And sometimes if Allah wants, you pray for something because He loves you, He doesn't give it to you because He knows what's going to happen. It does happen. You know, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he mentions this in one of his books, and I love talking about it because it's so true. He says Allah is the most merciful. And out of the mercy of Allah upon a slave is when he is calling out to Allah. While Allah has favored him to be in a beautiful situation, he's calling out to Allah to remove him from that condition to another condition that he assumes is better for him, but Allah knows this one here is better for you. So out of the mercy of Allah, what does Allah do? What does mercy dictate? Does mercy dictate that I remove you from here and put you into something I know is bad for you? Or does mercy dictate that I leave you where you are because it's a bigger blessing and a gift for you? Tell me. What is the mercy? Come on, please, can you say it, someone? Stay where you are. Exactly. Is that not the mercy of Allah? I mean, you're admitting it. It's the mercy of Allah to stay where you are. And you're thinking, Allah didn't give me. And then he continues to say, but the mercy of Allah is such that if this slave continues to make dua and supplicate and ask and cry and continue and continue and continue, the mercy of Allah dictates that, you know what? Let's let this slave have what he wants. Let's let the slave have what he wants. And as soon as he jumps into something he asked for, immediately realizes, you know what, I was better off where I was. So he now reverses his dua and he says, oh Allah, take me out of this, I want to go back to where I was. But Allah says, I kept you this way, and out of my mercy, when I saw you crying and asking and pleading and saying my Lord doesn't hear my prayer, I then gave it to you. And now that you got what you asked for, this is what happened. So in this worldly life, a day will come when you will suffer a loss, and days will come when you make a profit. You have a good job, you have a brilliant income, and suddenly one day everything comes crashing. It's just Allah testing you. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ, Allah emphasizes by saying we will definitely test all of you with what? A little bit of hunger, a bit of fear, loss of wealth, loss of lives around you. This type of loss, difficulty, hardship, whatever it may be, warfare that happens. In another verse, Allah speaks about it. Sickness and illness similar to these that we're facing right now. May Allah grant us all cure, and may Allah protect us. Allah says we will test you. So a day for you, a day against you. If you are healthy, your health will never ever remain forever. If you are alive, your life won't remain forever in this world. You have to go somewhere else. Similarly, if you're a person who has wealth, you're not going to remain rich forever. You have a job, it's not going to remain forever. Allah says we will have to change the days. You know, regarding warfare, Allah says as the days, Allah rotates them around for the people. A day you win, a day you lose. A day you gain, a day you lose, and so on. Why? It's a test. When Allah says, I have created you to test you, wallahi, when you mature a little bit and you think about it, it is absolutely true. Allah has created you to test you, because nothing happens according to your liking. It happens according to the liking of Allah. Nothing that is displeasing to Allah is worth it. Nothing. You know why? You're compromising the hereafter, the eternal hereafter. كَلَّا بَلْ تُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَةَ وَتَذَرُونَ الْآخِرَةَ. Nay, Allah says you love that which is right in front of you now, but you're forgetting about the akhirah, the hereafter, which is everlasting. The akhirah, the hereafter, is better than this life by far. So my brothers and sisters, don't be deceived by the materialism around you. Use it in order to lead a comfortable life within the obedience of Allah. From among the people, there are those who call out in a different way. They say, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Allah, grant us goodness in this world, and grant us goodness in the hereafter, and save us from the punishment of hellfire. If you look at that dua, Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ أُولَئِكَ لَهُمْ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا كَسَبُوا. Those are the ones who will get a portion of what they have earned. They have a concern for the hereafter more than the concern for this life. Evidence of it is, divide the dua into three. They say, grant us goodness in the dunya, that's one portion. Then they say, grant us goodness in the hereafter, that's a second portion. Then they say, save us from the punishment of hellfire, that's a third portion. How many portions of three are connected to the life after death? And how many are connected to this life? One to this life and two to the others. Allah says, those are the ones who know what's going on. Those are the true believers. Allah says, we want you to lead a good life. We will test you. When we test you, take it in your stride. You will not suffer for more than a short period of time. Be it a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. What is 10 years in your 70-year life? Nothing. Subhanallah. Allah says, take it in your stride. Be patient. Don't be greedy. Thank Allah for the little you have, and you will find it with a lot of blessings and barakah. Sometimes you have people who have millions and billions, they can't sleep. And others have a little bit less, but mashallah, they are well, they sleep and so on. Those are the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah accepts an individual, remember, it is Allah's grace and fadl. It is said that the same person who has memorized the Quran, if their parents played a role in inspiring them, in helping them, in assisting them in whatever way possible, in cheering them on, they will be made to wear a crown on the Day of Judgment. It's not easy, it's not a joke. What do the mothers do today? What do the fathers do today? A lot of effort on the children. My child must become hafiz, but the child is only born. Before the child is born, the mother is saying, oh Allah, make my child a hafiz. Am I right or wrong? And when the child is born, they try this and they try that. The concern within an individual, male or female, to make the child a hafiz, that concern itself is mubarak, it is blessed. Because even if the child does not become a hafiz, that child's life will be blessed. The concern of the parents will ensure that minimum is they have a decent Islamic upbringing. That's a good concern. May Allah help us. Our children are deeply affected by what we do when they are young. So watch how you use social media. Watch how you speak. Watch your character and conduct, because your children will mimic that. You want your child to become a hafiz, but you've never read the Quran, and the child does not see you reading Salah either. What's going to happen? You want to help your child? Let the child see you in love with the Quran. You read the Quran, you're happy, you're smiling. You come out and you're in a good mood. The child will say, I also want to learn. We look at it as a burden. It shouldn't be. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. So, when you make an effort to put the Quran in your heart, Allah has guaranteed that He will protect you. If Ayatul Kursi alone thrice can create a barrier between you and shaitan or the jinn kind, what do you think the whole Quran will create? Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So now when Allah says, we have revealed the book and we will protect it, it means when you have it in your heart, Allah has guaranteed He will protect it in your heart. You are a VIP. You have closed circuit protection. What's the reason? I got the Quran in me. I'm walking. I don't need to fear anything because I've got the Quran in my heart. I am brave. I can do anything and everything that is upright. Why? Because I've got Allah, I've got the Quran in my heart. No one can harm, no one can attack, no one can do anything. No one can touch me unless Allah has allowed something. Because Allah promised He's going to look after the Quran. And where did you put it? The cleverest place ever, in your heart. Subhanallah. Isn't it worth making an effort, my brothers and sisters? My brothers and sisters, no matter how old you are, make an intention today, I'm going to memorize the Quran. Make an intention today, even if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond. Make an intention today, I'm going to memorize the Quran. Start with 1 ayah, 2 ayahs. Allah will open the doors in a way that you will manage to memorize much more than you thought, because the Quran, unlike any other thing to memorize, is unique. Try to memorize anything else at a young age when you're sharp. It's not easy. But when people tell you you won't be able to memorize because you are now 40 years old, I tell them the Sahaba were mostly around that age. Subhanallah. They were around that age, weren't they, initially? May Allah make it easy for all of us.